Hello everyone, today is 3rd of January 2023 and I'm continuing my series Daily Reality with Alex. I'm going to continue today with one dream that I had before I woke up in the morning, and it is going to show us why we are behaving the way we are behaving and what are the solutions about some of the things that we are to behave. When we dream, we actually have an image of something, but it's not only an image, it is a vivid scene, and in this scene we are always participators, and of course, because it's based on our own personal reality, we are always like the hero in this specific scene in our dreams. And also it creates feelings inside of you. And I was in an office environment and some of the guys were arguing with me something, and then someone just gave special sentences where he said, why are we just fighting, why are we arguing, since anyhow all of us are working in the unknown. And then it hit me and struck me strongly into my feelings, into my deeper being. And I decided today to speak about ruling reality or reality in the unknown. And I'm going to explain you now why we have this paradox and why we are behaving the way we are behaving, and why actually, if we understand that we're constantly, all of us, working in an unknown environment, then it is much more easy to understand the others and to start creating compassion within you, that you are no different than the other, and that if we support and collaborate with each other, then it is going to be a much more different attitude and a much more different environment in which we are. So basically, when we experience reality, we are always stuck and we always want to stay in the known. But what is the known? The known in our reality is everything that we are familiar with. And in life, it is not possible to stay only in the familiar zones, only to experience things that we are comfortable with, and only to stay in a state where we are not allowing anything unfamiliar, but also there are the two parts of reality, the seen part of the reality and the unseen part of the reality. I was very strongly furious and frustrated that nobody can answer me to so many questions that I ask, and I also wrote a small booklet where I have put my unanswered questions to humanity. And I call this book The Paradoxes of Life, because actually we are entering this life experience and it is full of questions we don't receive answers to. Of course, then we go to a very strong conditioning during our educational years where we are marked with different answers, which of course are only surface answers, but they're helping the human being to stop asking, to stop discovering, to stop exploring, because we are given answers. So actually, when we receive answers, we are starting with these answers to build our familiar zones of understanding, of exploration, and we are strongly surrounding ourselves with familiarity. It creates false comfort, it creates a lot of delusions, because we are growing more and more and more, but the questions are still staying inside of us, and it is normal to be so, because according to me, we are beings that are destined for the unknown, and it happens with our first moment when we become aware. The first questions we start asking ourselves and ask the others, what is happening after we die. And nobody is giving you a specific answer, nobody is giving you the concrete answer, and nobody is coming back from the unknown to give you what is out there, where are we going to, and so on and so on. That's why we are put in an environment where we are constantly to deal with the unknown. It is so in business, it is so in the different areas of life we experience, it is so in a teenager's life, it is so in every area of life. Yes, we have a realm of probability where we can go with our imagination, we can go into our inner being and start exploring and start dreaming and start imagining. But then when we go back into the reality, we want to be surrounded with the familiar. And only people that are willing to deal with the unknown, only people that understand that actually everything that matters is up and beyond the known, and it is in the unknown, those type of people are willing and are able to live on the frontiers of the known and are able to move forward into the unknown. Of course, we know all this, but I want now to give you a different picture of how we are to work with each other if we know that anyhow all of us are put in an environment where there is a lot of unknown. And it is based even in our being, because inside of us we are limitless beings. We can feel that there is no limitation inside our inner space, but immediately when we open the 5 data stream senses, we start seeing and start being bombarded with a lot of limitations. And then what we are doing, we are seeing the world of things, and more of us are chasing the games of winning, are chasing and are put and are trying to go into the games of survival, and all of us are just fighting for more of the limitations. Alex, if I have more of the limited resources, I'm going to feel powerful. If I'm able to secure enough limitations, then I'm going to feel comfortable, and so on and so on. We can go into politics, we can go into geopolitics, we can go into economy, we can go in every area of life. Everything that is set to us, and the first big awareness that is tracking us into the physical matter reality is scarcity. There are limitations and we are experiencing them daily. So we start building from these blocks of limitations a perfect and wonderful surrounding around us in order to be able to feel more secure. But we are still in this limitation environment. And then the only solution for us limitless being to pass by the limitation experience is to learn that there is an unknown, there is an undiscovered, there is a very strong and big and greatly surrounding of unknown that is waiting for us to explore. And even the gods and the creators for which we are so longing for are not known and are not visible and are outside of our reality. So in this reality of limitations, actually we are seeing only clues of what is the real reality behind the forms, behind the effects, behind the things. So what we are developing inside of us, we are developing longings. We want love, we want peace, we want freedom, we want so many beautiful things. And what is this creating inside of us? It is creating inside of us a separation, because more and more we are understanding that there are so many precious things that actually we don't have and we cannot experience in this physical matter reality. And this is creating a bigger and bigger gap and disassociation between the inner being that is limitless, that is full with potential, and the outer reality. And more of us go through life after this, hating this reality, hating these limitations, or ignoring them, or fighting for more of them, but for sure we are not comfortable, we don't enjoy this reality, and we don't understand that everything that is daily given into our daily stream is only with one purpose: to find ourselves and to make a distinction between this reality that we are experiencing, our inner being that knows that there is something more, and everything that is beyond. So it is like we are in the moment put in environment where we see clearly, we visualize, we understand the things, but we know that there is something more. Maybe everything that we are experiencing right now are only shadows of what is beyond. And it is like the story of the Plateau Cave. Those of you that don't know all this story, you can go and research it in YouTube. You can go and know about this. Of course, maybe a lot of you know about this, but it is just a visualization of what we are experiencing in this reality. All the time you are going to know that life is not answering all the questions that we want to receive answers for, because the answers are not here in the physical matter reality. All the answers to the questions that come to us because of the physical matter reality experience are in the beyond, are in the unknown. So what this physical matter reality is actually urging us is to go in the unknown, to stop staying in our physical matter environment only, but to use it as building blocks to be able to see beyond and to go in the unknown, and to understand what are the causes that are creating this physical matter reality experience that looks like shadows of what actually is. And this is what I would like to encourage you today, to not be afraid of the unknown, and to understand that if reality is built in such a way that we are experiencing the known, that is urging us and giving us the clues daily that there is an unknown that we need to go, and there we are to solve all our issues in order to see the meaning and the purpose of the so-called known, because the known are only the effects, are only the forms of what is out there. And so reality is in the middle. From one side is our inner being full of potential that is clashed with the reality, and see that there is some part of problem. And then on the other side is the unknown, where are all the answers. But who are the ones that are able to have all the answers? It's only those that are willing to be pioneers, to be explorers, and to go beyond. And then what are we doing then, all of us here in the limitations of the physical matter reality? Once we understand that the construct is created in such a way that we can go in two ways. One of the ways is we to fight with each other, to go strongly into fighting for the limitations of reality, because it is going to give us power, it is going to give us influence. Alex, if I have more likes than you, if I'm very influential, if I'm very strongly present, for example, in the digital space, I'm going to be much more secure, I'm going to have much more assets than you, and I'm going to be surrounded with a lot of more of the limitations, and I'm going to feel a little bit more limitless because I'm surrounded with a lot. But more we are surrounding with limitations, more limitations are coming around. It is a big paradox, and we are able only to deal with everything in reality if we understand that we are not to work with the Lego blocks of what is the physical matter reality, but once we see the things in the physical matter reality, we are to go beyond in the unknown and take the answers to the questions out there from out there. Because yes, we understand that we are part of the creation, that we are part of this universe, that we are in unity with this universe, that we are experiencing and feeling a lot of things, but we are to dare to go into the unknown and see what is there. Alex, do you mean that the unknown is the spiritual world? Do you want to tell me that the unknown is everything that the atheists are saying that doesn't exist? Do you want to tell me that the unknown is everything that the mind is trying to imagine? And what is this unknown? Because we are having at least 1,000 different descriptions of the unknown, and I don't want to go into these rabbit holes, and I don't want to participate in this. I just want to stay in all my limitations. I don't care if I hate my life, if I hate my limitation environments, if I hate the processes that are out there, I'm just going to stay strictly grounded in the physical matter reality. And I'm not saying that this is bad. This is part of the equation, because we are not able to surpass the physical matter reality and to enter the unknown, to enter the spiritual, to enter everything that is not able to be explained, and to stay stable there if we are not understanding and are not gradually interacting and using the physical matter reality for the purpose that it is created to. And what is the purpose of the physical matter reality when a limitless being is clashed with the limitations of reality? We start experiencing suffering, we start experiencing a lot of negative emotions. Yes, some of us are able to hide them, to swipe them back behind the door because we are positive thinkers. We are going to focus only on the positive aspects, and we are going to ignore all the other negative things that are around us. We are going to be surrounded only with high vibrational people, and we are not going to see the other parts of reality. We refuse to go into the understanding that there are a lot of limitations that are put before us into this reality, because we believe that we are powerless, wonderful, limitless, and the reality is the same as we are in the outside. But for building up the compassion, for building up the care principle, we are to understand that we are to accept everything that is as it is. And only then we are going to understand why are we not to be selfish, why are we to open to each other, why are we to cooperate with each other? Because once we understand that all of us are experiencing the same things in their inner reality as everybody else, all of us have the same problems, all of us need the same solutions that we cannot provide to each other directly, then it is going to become a new type of environment where I'm supporting you because I know that I don't know, and you know that I don't know, and together we are trying to exchange views, we are trying to cooperate, we are not anymore arguing who is more right than the other, because anyhow we know that the unknown will stay unknown, but we are to fine-tune ourselves more to what is unknown in order to create different types of effects in the world and the realm of form that are creating beneficial results for you and for me. So this is my urging for all of you, and for me also, and for all of us, to not be distracted or ignoring the reality limitations, but to use them in order to support each other, limitless beings, into this long-term journey in understanding and comprehending and preparing ourselves for the unknown. So this is everything that I wanted to tell you today about, and that's why I'm focusing very strongly on ruling reality, on understanding reality as it is, and more as I'm deep diving into this matter, more and more I see that the raw reality is that we don't know and that we are not going to know, but we are destined and urged to be pioneers on the front line, on the frontier of the unknown, and to go there and to go deeper and deeper into the beyond in order to transform ourselves and to go into different contexts and to go into understanding of the physical matter reality as it is, with its purpose, with its meaning, because everything that this resistance is doing, everything that this suffering is doing, everything that these limitations are doing daily, they are interacting with our limitless being and are urging us to transform and to desire and to be more willing to cooperate, work, understand, be connected, and explore the unknown. Thank you for watching today. Reality of the unknown is part of who we are, is part of why we are constantly willing and seeking to know who we are. And the answer to this question is always in the unknown. Thank you for watching. Have a nice journey in the 2023 and welcome to the unknown of reality. Bye bye.